So yeah, there was apparently a huge update for Shadowverse. That I completely was not aware of. But hey, although I'm a bit late to the party, I guess it still be worth to give my own reactions and try to analyze what is going on in the Shadowverse live stream update and what is actually going to be coming to Shadowverse in the future. So without further ado, let's get started. So this is the trailer. Of course, immediately we started with the flashback. There was I honestly I never played any of these expansions. I was relatively new, so I only joined in Celestial Dragonblade, so I probably only recognized the last few expansions from Celestial all the way Asphalt Lanecrest, and this looks amazing. Whoa, wait. Sorry, I'm gonna be pausing a lot in this video, but the visual looks amazing. And who do we have here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. I thought there were 8 classes in Shadowverse. Now, I don't understand what's going on here, but obviously this lady, young lass over here, is definitely the protagonist, considering that she's the only one that's brightened up. And on the side, let's see what can I get from this. I'm honestly not sure, but this one doesn't look human. That's all I know. But anyways, let's see. Protagonist Chan right here. Oh, whoa. Okay, they show their face after all. Protagonist Chan. Then we have old man. I should probably play this at like 1/4 of the speed. Wait, that's captions. How do I change the speed? Yes. 0.5. That's why I can catch each and every one of their face. Oh, the audio is horrendous. I'm gonna turn it off for you. So we have Oji-san, white hair man for representing what looks to be Haven. Looks like a priest. Looks Haven enough. Okay. Looks like Gyaru. So I'm going to assume Dragon. Dragon usually had this brown tan and red hair. And this one is... If it's not Haven, then it's Sword. Blonde... Okay, Sword. This one is Gas Mask Magic Rune. And this one looks Blood. And this one will be Forest then. Wait, where's Shadow? Is there no Shadow? Wait, why is it there isn't an 8th class? Okay, I don't know why, but there's only 7, so did they pop? Okay, wait, no, I think in Shadowverse Evolved they just combine Shadow and Blood to make a Beastcraft, so is that what they did in Shadowverse 2 as well? I think that might be the case where they just decide to fuse 2 classes together. Honestly, I don't know what's the rationale behind it, since I was thinking that Blood and Shadow work completely fine as separate classes. But I guess I'll let them cook, see what they are actually going to bring to the table. And we actually have an example. Whoa. Can I just mention that this looks amazing? This backdrop looks amazing. It looks way better than the current backdrop in the current Shadowverse, where it's basically you zooming onto a battlefield. You even get... Yeah, this UI definitely looks a lot cleaner and better than the current one. But is that 5-card mulligan? Wait, I think I just saw 5-card mulligan. 5-card mulligan, where was it? Whoa, that's a lot of details. Wait, that's a lot of details. Slow down. 5-card mulligan. And is this player going second? I can't tell. I cannot. This you need to show us more details, man. Okay, I had got a clear picture. So, I think in Japanese this means going second. So 后宫, I don't know. I'm more Mandarin based, so I'm gonna assume this means going second. If that's the case, then I understand why there'll be 5 cards here. Also, this looks like the mulligan, so in the next Shadowverse, we'll just get all 5 cards in hand at the very beginning of the match, huh? And then over here they have 4 cards. Yeah, so this player should be going first. Forest Craft, green backdrop, and this one is the Cyan backdrop signature of Portal Craft. Oh, these units are overstated. 5 mana 6/7. I don't usually see this. I don't know what this is exactly, but I know this is Ding Dong. Your match she has Ward as well. And 6 mana 8/9. Oh, I don't remember a 6 mana 8/9 in the current Shadowverse. Well, I don't see any. Usually they're all like 6 mana. What is a good example? Iradel is a 5/5 or 6/6. I really forgot, but it even has accelerate. So I don't know what this is. Then we have these 3. Okay, but maybe the characters themselves aren't important for now. But except that the UI looks really clean. From what I see, oh my god, the deck. It looks like there's a lot of cards. Are they gonna increase the deck size limit? In which case that might affect the consistency of our games a little bit more, so that you know how in current Shadowverse we have 40 card decks, and then in each deck we can run 3 copies of every card. If we are having more cards in a deck, right, then it could increase the variance a lot, and it might actually change how games play out in the future. So okay, interesting. Next one. There's an amulet, right? Wait. Then you can interact with the amulet. So they are hovering over the amulet. I'm not sure what this is. I don't know what this is. 1 something something. Is that there's no 2 I don't know what's this. I know this one is stat buff, but apparently you can interact with the amulet after you play it. This is gonna open up an entire new venue for Shadowverse to venture into. Currently in current Shadowverse, our amulets only ever give aura effects or have last word countdown effects. So giving us a way to use amulets as additional on play board buff interactable like that in okay. The only thing I can imagine this currently to my knowledge is actually Hearthstone locations. If you don't know, in Hearthstone they have locations which are basically similar to amulets. You play them and then you can activate them for various effects once per turn. So this feels like one of that to me. Now that it gives +1/+1, I'm not gonna give too much judgment on this because I don't know what this says fully yet. But this could open up an entire new venue of play. Amulet destruction will be a lot more valuable now, since this doesn't look like it will destroy itself. It's a permanent effect, but it also looks like it's gonna take up 1 board slot. It also isn't an aura effect, so it probably be a little bit. There will be a lot of ways they can play around with this to make it very interesting. Right, it gives it +1/+1, and does it look like it give it rush as well? Wait. Oh my god, it already has as rush. So it gives it +1/+. Oh wait, it destroyed itself. Wait, it destroyed itself. I thought it was gonna be like a location is gonna have like at least a couple of users, but it looks like it destroyed itself. So if that's the case, you can use it as a setup on a previous turn and into something you want to play on the next turn. Okay. Can? Okay. Whoa! Wait, look at this evolve count. How many evolve points is that? This is 3. And this is 4. Oh wait, okay, let's take a look at this picture first. It looks like the deck size is still the same. It's still relatively the same. How many cards? 3, 6, 7, 8. 8 plus 3. Okay, looks like the deck size is still the same. It's not like one of them gone to they increase it or anything. It's probably just visual. But from what oh my god, they have 4. So I'm gonna assume that this player is going second. So the second player has 4 evolve points. What are they cooking? And the first player has 3. So still playing by standard Shadowverse rules. Looks like the first player cannot evolve yet. But the second player definitely can on turn 4. Okay. Wow. Okay, that looks pretty. The evolve animation looks pretty cool. Sick. Damn it, they're going so fast. Evolve. You know what? I'm going to analyze this picture anymore. See if I can pick out any more additional details. Oops. So this, it looks like portal crafts also have amulets now. Interesting. Very heavy hand they have here. I'm not sure if they're hinting at anything, but this usually isn't good for. If you're having this hand in modern Shadowverse, you lost the game. Actually, not modern Shadowverse. I feel like this is a new Shadowverse game, right? This looks totally different from the current Shadowverse. So this one looks to be a little bit heavy. So in the old Shadowverse, this is detrimental. You would lose the game immediately if you had this hand. But not like there's a lot of details I can make out. These are all card arts, but we do know that max health stays the same. We just do have more evolve points, but I'm not quite sure why do we need more evolve points. So let's see why they go with this. Animation sick. I think I saw Albert and Orcrus. Is that it? Albert and Orcrus Swordcraft Portal. Okay, and that is Prince of Darkness. Animation looks amazing, and we have an additional zone over here. I don't know what this is. It has a 5 counter on this. Maybe it's like I think it's just like a status bar just to show you what kind of effects are actually active. So unlike I think the most equivalent of this in current Shadowverse is our leader effects. But in order to do that, you have to click onto your leader, and then you'll see the effects bar affecting your leader. If they put this at the side, right, so where there's the Prince of Darkness effect that leaves it here, and it shows that it has 5 activations left or 5 turns left, I assume. It's going to be an improvement to the UI, so you can actually see what sort of effects you have active at any given point in time. Okay, evolve. Oh my god, evolve animations amazing. Is that Cerberus and Feline? I'm not gonna lie, this is very, very nice. The art style isn't quite my liking, but you know what? I dig it. I dig the art style. So we are Feline. Wait, what did I say? I think I don't know Japanese, but in Chinese, this is super evolution. It's available. Okay. They have a UI for normal evolution and super evolution. Oh wait, what is super evolution? Obviously it's gonna be evolution, evolve, but better. But okay. I don't recognize this card, but this is sick. So if they're gonna add super evolution, I'm gonna assume that the payoff is gonna be bigger, but the cost is also gonna be higher. If that's the case, right, get out. So here's the thing. Currently, right, Shadowverse is quite linear. We have evolve turns on 5 and 6. Usually you want to use those evolve points as soon as possible to get board control, or you save them for an endgame threat. From what we see, we have more evolution points now. So maybe my assumption right now, the super evolution costs like what, 2 evolve points instead of 1, and you pay that, right, you get a super game winning effect. I'm not quite sure what I like, if I like that or not. It feels like, to me currently, it feels like it is another way of controlling the game's tempo made by the developers. It's like kind of a hard lock. If you imagine, if like what if they say like give storm to this follower here, and then over here it says only give rush. +2/+2, and then this one is +4/4 and storm. In a way, they are locking a win condition behind turn limit or behind resources, which I'm not quite sure if I like this design, but it is interesting. There's a lot of ways they can go with this, especially since I think that like more minions are overstated now. This super evolution might be really relevant if it doesn't have anything related to burning phase, more on the board control side, or like resource gathering, rather than if they just straight up say give storm to a follower. So hopefully what from what I see, this one will be more value oriented rather than just burn the face oriented, like aggressive. John like win the game, hit the button, win the game sort of thing. If you get what I mean. That was all over the place, but yes, that's my point. 5. Okay, that's Storm. Okay, great. Just as I was saying, oh, I hope this doesn't have Storm, and then it immediately goes face. That's okay, cool, amazing. Cerberus with a red background. I never thought I'd see it. So, yeah, this is definitely the new Abyss. Oh, okay. Where do I even start? Okay, Red Shadowcraft and Darkcraft looks like to have merged Abysscraft. Okay, cool. And then we have this purple point over here. And then there's this one evolve point that's missing. So I'm not sure if they used this beforehand, but it looks like we gain an additional point system for super evolves. So I'm gonna need more information on this. I'm not sure how does the super evolution works. But we'll see. I hope they give more information later on in the video. What is this? Looks like the metaverse. I'm not gonna lie. Football. Is that mahjong? Fishing. What's this MMORPG? Huh? Oh, wait. Are we still watching a Shadowverse stream? Wait. What is this? Why is that open world? Why is a hub? Okay, that looks like where you play card games, but why is that soccer? Why is that mahjong? And why is there fishing? I'm very confused. And why is there an MMORPG? I'm actually so confused right now. Okay, wait. Okay, I'm gonna need explanation on this, but I don't know what that meant, but let's see if I can skip forward and find the explanation. Yeah, okay. Free to play. Additional Japanese, okay. Okay, yeah. This point where they say right, instead of updating the game, they just decide to release a new Shadowverse. I think it's a very good move. Currently, if you didn't know, if you all are still new or didn't know, I think the current Shadowverse is actually locked in it's very hard to change. We are locked in a basically turn 7, turn 8 meta for over almost as long as I've been in Shadowverse, which is like what, 3 months? No, not 3 months, but 3 expansions. But you seen that it's gonna getting more and more difficult to balance. So I'm glad they're just gonna update the rules and just make a whole new make a whole new game instead of trying to like continue trying to fix and then control the current Shadowverse. Even though I do wish that they actually just make the current Shadowverse in a better version. Okay. Okay, new features, right. Okay. New card battle features. Okay, so this is what I'm actually looking forward to most. So basic rule and card types will remain. Okay. Alright, so this is super evolution. I did translate it correctly. From the second player's 6 turns onward, up to 2 remaining evolve points will become super evolve points. Okay, this I don't like how this is working already. Okay, you know what? Actually, maybe it's fine. Because right, currently in Shadowverse we have evolve effects, right? Then we can have we have evolve decks. which relies on normal evolution. So if what happens, right, is that in Shadowverse, if the super evolution cannot be cheated out like normal evolutions, we could actually have an entire different branch of evolved decks in the new card game. So like, you know how in currently we have blooming dancers, then which is a very key evolved deck, most evolved archetype card. Most decks run 3 copies of her, because if you already get one early evolve, you can get basically another evolution for free. If this is the case, right, then you can separate the distinction between normal evolutions and then super evolutions, which I'm gonna assume is game ending, considering how they are coming out only on after turn 6, either high value, but as we saw with the whatever the card was earlier, like right here, there was a card at, I just remember 5502, like right here, this one is a game winning effect, 7 damage when immediately face and clear the opponent's board. So it's basic. If you have super evolved X like that, right, I'm hoping it wouldn't be another way of just them or the developers telegraphing when we end the game, but more of push it more towards a value oriented. And I'm also curious, since it's only 2 remaining evolution points can be converted into super evolution points, that means super evolution will also be quite limited. Hopefully there won't be a way where they can just cheat out multiple super evolutions. Just leave it towards a normal evolutions is already bad enough, but it's already make it devaluing normal evolution. But if they can just restrict the number of super evolutions we have in the new card game, I can very well see it as another way of a game design which could add another layer onto the already pretty decent game mechanics for Shadowverse. Okay. So 2 remaining EP. So I think if I remember correctly, the first player starts with 3 evolve points. The second player starts with 4. So, oh wait, you get 1 normal evolution and then immediately you can start to super evolve. Why then? Then what's the distinction? You know, I don't quite get a distinction between super evolution and normal evolution. It says that 2 remaining EP will become into super evolve points, so I'm assuming that 2 normal evolution points will become super evolution points. Does that mean you lose the original 2 evolve points? If that's the case, then does that, okay, unless it means that if you convert the 2 evolve points and then you can get new evolve points from card effects, but you cannot get more super evolve points. It goes into my previous point, which I was talking about, making super evolve points a limited resource, which seems to be what they're doing here. Okay, it's interesting. Seven turn, okay. Yep, right. I saw that. Super evolve. Evolve abilities also trigger. So for oh come on, give it some. Okay, and this is a 5 mana card. So what happens, right? This is the normal evolve. So if you play this on turn 5 and evolve it, you only get another Mecha Cavalier, which is this card. You get 2 copies of this. This one will become, I assume, a 7/6, and then you get another 5/4. But on the other hand, if you super evolve this, you will get another copy of this, but you give the second copy Storm. The original copy doesn't get it. But since you super evolve it, you get the evolve effect as well. What? Okay. Interesting. Then I really don't understand what is the difference between super evolve and evolve right now, other than the fact that you can. This literally is almost similar to them giving the tag Summon Mecha Cavalier. If this is your 6th, 7th turn or later, just give it Storm. Or if you completed a quest that you can only complete by turn 7, give it Storm. It's really weird. This, from what I'm seeing, this super evolve doesn't feel special at all. It doesn't feel super, but I guess that we need to see the actual game for now. I'm not quite sure what is going to be unique about this, but it unless you can choose between normal evolves and super evolves, but if both not evolve points get converted into super evolve points anyways, then what's the point of normal evolving? You always want to super evolve. I'll let side games cook. Right? Okay, new engage. Okay, this is what we see. We see the amulet gets tapped as like a location. Play in advance allows you to activate it on any turn. Okay, yeah, I saw that. Draw a follow from your deck. Okay, 3 mana, draw once. Basically setting it up in advance for another turn. So if this is the case, then amulet destruction, as I said, amulet destruction becomes a lot significantly better. And then this also gives your opponent a chance to actually interact with you. So for example, you play this on turn 3, you plan to like what? Engage on the following turn to give a +1/+1 to a follower, right? Your opponent can potentially stop you by spending a card to destroy this amulet. And also, which, you know what, it's actually some sort of interactability that the current Shadowverse amulets does not have. Like, if you play an amulet in the current Shadowverse, there's almost no way for you to deal with them. They're just there. You know they're gonna do something for the opponent. For example, if your opponent play Holy Lightning Mode, the best thing you can do is banish it with Odin, but that is the most expensive game-losing play you can make. If you destroy early, they get the benefit anyways. It's like there's no point interacting with amulets. They're just basically cards that your opponent play that might as well be instant. But in these new amulets, right, with engage effects, they have to be on the field and you have to interact with them again to use their effect. So this window actually gives your opponent a chance to react, which I think I quite like I quite like what they're going for. And this could also open up an entire new area of win conditions that we can go that they can even decide to print. Okay. Right. Okay, give neutral. Alright, it is Abysscraft. So Shadowcraft and Bloodcraft has basically merged into Abysscraft. Maybe they just want to have one less class to actually craft decks cards for, which honestly I don't know why they have to merge the two crafts together. So if any of you know the actual reason, do let me know in the comments down below. I thought they were perfectly fine being separate classes, but sure. Then okay. Oh, the last Drazen. I think it's Drazen. Drazen. Funnily, I know Dry in German means third, so imagine she's like the third sister or something. But Portocraft, I dig her aesthetics. I'm looking respectfully. I promise. I'm looking very respectfully. But damn, this is the main character going full American. I see, and she looks amazing. I think her design looks way better than some of the original design of our Shadowverse like current class leaders, the default leaders. I really like her design. Okay. Oh, they had the new story mode. Okay, oh my god, his drip is sick. Looks very attuned to nature, if you know what I mean. Using a spear, amazing. Forest craft, can definitely see it. Very tribal look to him. But anyways, I heard that they have a story, right? So regarding story, I really hope they improve it, because currently in Shadowverse, if you see our story mode, it's so boring. I won't sugarcoat it, or it's really straight up the most boring story I've seen in any card game. It's like a visual normal. The most I enjoy of the story is probably the one with who's in that took place in the mechas one, all the robots war. But it's even then the story was really unmemorable because of like how unimpactful it sounds. There's no you just see them appear like PNGs lit up, darken. It's really boring. I hope for the new Shadowverse next, they'll improve the visuals. They'll make it more exciting and it makes it less one directional. It's just not you click, skip the dialogue, get to the battle, click, get to the dialogue. You know, that sort. Hopefully they'll definitely improve the story. And holy shit, Lost Sign looks amazing. I love the drip. Okay, are they gonna show the other characters? Okay, they're not gonna show the other characters. Okay, and this one's the other features. Okay. New world feature. Completely new features outside. Oh. I don't like this. I don't like this idea. Okay. Okay, so what happens, right, is that now you can move around. Looks like there's gonna be a 3D world space, and there's gonna be new activities outside of card games. Personally, I don't like this idea. It feels like they're overextending and making 3D games and live services is going to be so different from making just 2D card games. Currently, with Shadowverse, you basically have the UI, the main UI, and you can immediately go into a game, right? I feel like this is very over ambitious. Also, this sort of content, right, requires you to have quite a number of for you to have a very well established fan base already, and you need to make sure that the fan base is very decently social. I hope they will still keep auto matchmaking. So because personally, I don't feel like I want to like go around looking for players to play. I'd rather just hit a button and you'll match me with someone. Just to play a card game, just interacting in a social setting like this, right? It's like if I want to do that, I think I'd rather go out in real life to a card shop. I don't feel like I want to do it in an online metaverse. Even metaverse failed for a reason. The Facebook metaverse, if you know what I mean. It really feels like they're biting off more than they can chew. It's over ambitious. And also Shadowverse isn't quite as mainstream as we all know that Shadowverse isn't mainstream. So either you make this a very close knit community, or there's not enough players that care enough to make this work. This one is really entirely player based. So player based driven. So it could either go really well or it will flop horrendously. I just don't like this. I don't like this design at all. Yeah, and then they're adding all sorts of events that are unrelated to Shadowverse. It's like if they're adding the mahjong, oh my, yeah, they're gonna add mahjong. If that's the case, right? I don't understand. It's why do you? If I'm playing Shadowverse to play Shadowverse, I'm not playing Shadowverse. I feel like they got their priorities mixed up. It's like if I want to play Shadowverse, right, I'll just play Shadowverse. I don't understand why, right? You need to add an additional mahjong table, or even fishing mechanic, or even MMORPG. Like why? If you're gonna do that, I think it's better for you just separate it into an entirely different game. Instead of putting them all into one game where something that goes wrong with one might potentially affect something that goes on with another. It feels like there's so many conflicting elements here. You're in a card game, but then there's suddenly a mahjong table at the side, and then there's also fishing, and there's also MMORPG elements. It really doesn't make sense. I would really rather if they keep each of these elements separate. Okay, a friend invites. Yeah, MMORPG fishing as well as the what is this? The mahjong, which I don't, and there's also talking involved. Oh my god, I don't. I rather not interact with people. Thanks, please and thank you. I, when I'm playing against people, I really, unless I'm doing IRL, I don't feel like I don't know if I like the idea that I need to open my mic and talk to other people over mahjong in a virtual game. This is a clash of too many elements, in my opinion. Okay, yeah, yeah. It's card game aspect. Shadowverse is meant to be a card game. They're really diluting it by adding in mahjong and fishing. It's like is it really promoting Shadowverse, or is it just promoting a new social media? That's why I'm curious. This doesn't seem like it's putting Shadowverse at the very front. It's just using it to gather more people onto a platform. Funny enough, right? They say more opportunities to make friends, but if in the origin current Shadowverse, the friend system is very bad. You can't even chat with your own friends that you friend listed over in Shadowverse. So it's like there's something questionable going on. I have serious doubts about this. I don't know if you ask me. It feels like they're putting this first, the opportunity to make friends. So in this new Shadowverse, right, it's not more about Shadowverse, it's actually giving more players the opportunity to make friends. And that's why they have the mahjong, just in case no one wants to play Shadowverse that day. They just come on to make friends. In which case this just becomes a new Shadowverse a social media in a sense. Okay. You know, if you make the game enjoyable and anytime outside of card battles, then it's technically not Shadowverse anymore, because Shadowverse is a card battle. It is a card game. So if the game is not, if your card game is not enjoyable, something is wrong with the card game itself. You should be fixing the issue, or instead of making other solutions. It's like you're selling an entire different solution to an issue that you should be fixing. I don't understand this part. Okay, but you know what? There's potential. I like to let developers cook. They may have a vision that I'm totally not seeing, but I really okay. Other new things, new tournaments. Okay. Personally, I'm not into competitive Shadowverse, so I'll skip through this part. Let's see. This one is Rage, SVO. I'm not a competitive player. I'm more on the casual side. So, let's see if there's anything else that's not competitive related. Okay, scheduled for summer 2024 release. So we have around 6 months left. And there will be way more info later on. Okay, I see. So here's my final thoughts. Okay, the card game aspect looks amazing. It looks fire. The design, UI, new mechanics is all top tier. It's way better than the current Shadowverse. But I think and there's also the evolve and super evolve. It gives another entire layer. I hope there's a way you can distinguish between normal evolves and super evolves, though. If they are basically doing the same thing, right, they follow the same set of rules, then making this distinction seems very, very odd and very questionable. And then there's also the open world. I'm not sold on this idea. I'm really not sold on this idea. I will let them cook, but personally, I'm not a huge fan of this idea at all. So that's basically all the information I got from this video. The features they're gonna announce is interesting, but once again, I think keep Shadowverse to a card game and improving it as a card game. Don't just tag it onto an entire new thing. That's my honest opinion. But that's basically it. I think that's the entire bit. I covered the entire contents. I reacted to almost every single bit of the video. If you're new to the channel, remember leave a like, leave a subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And then I guess that's it. Thanks for watching.